I'm filing a major class action lawsuit against the big tech giants, including Facebook, Google, and Twitter, as well as their CEOs.
It's Trump, the thumper.
Mark Zuckerberg, Sundar Pichai, and Jack Dorsey.
The hostile takeover of Donald Trump.
Bam! I can't wait to see this movie. What's going on, America? Today is a day of reckoning. That's right, Donald Trump just announced his class action lawsuit against Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google, YouTube, literally everything you can imagine, every single thing that's been taken away from conservatives and the absolute censorship that is going on. Finally, we are fighting back with the 45th President of the United States leading the charge. This one is for all of us, America. Big tech censorship is the most important and most critical internal threat that we face as Americans rolling into the midterm elections. If we can't control and if we don't have the authority of speaking what we actually want to speak, then it's all over. Now, while conservatives, the chosen ones of persecution on social media, rejoice, not everyone had the same positive reaction to Trump's announcement. But at the end of the day, this should be a bipartisan issue because free speech is actually there to protect the people that you don't agree with and that you don't like. So therefore, no one should be censored, and therefore, this is a case for all of us. Speaking about our constitutional rights as Americans, the Biden administration has decided that they're going to be this generation's Gestapo and go door to door informing Americans about the vaccine.
No, don't like that.
Now, this of course was met with many criticisms, especially from myself, saying good luck knocking on my door because I don't want to talk to the government about anything.
Get off my lawn.
But the Biden administration is simply saying that this is not to stab people in the arm and give them the vaccine against their will.
We really believe that one. I wrote the bill.
They claim it's just to inform Americans that the vaccine is available and where their local vaccine facilities are located. Hello, we have a TV. We already know where they're located, and it's none of your gosh darn business whether or not we've had the vaccine or not. That's another question. How do they know? How do they know whose house to go to figure out if they've had the vaccine or not? Are they gonna tap into the medical records? Hello, HIPAA violations. This is not about taking the vaccine. This is a survey, people. They are conducting surveys, going house to house, figuring out who's obeying and who's not. I think that we should start a GoFundMe page to provide every American home with a copy of the Constitution. So the second the government comes knocking on their door, you can hand them the exact piece of legislation as to why you're slamming the door right in their face.
What's this thing?
It's a symbol for get out of my house!
This year's Olympics has been the title of much discussion. We've already said that anti-American athletes should not be allowed to be on the Olympic team, much like Gwen Berry. But what about the athletes that actually do want to represent America, but they smoke a little weed?
Doesn't that stuff cause brain damage?
Only if you take it like every day for a month.
That's right, superstar sensation Sha'Carri Richardson has come under fire for smoking weed and testing positive on a non-performance enhancing drug that has now disqualified her from the U.S. Olympic team. Now, I could care less about the whole weed debate. People want to make it legal, fine. I could really care less. But here's my thing. In realms of the Olympics, especially since this has to do with all other countries, the other countries have said they don't give a crap because it's not a performance-enhancing drug. If anything, she's giving the other racers a chance to actually beat her because she cares a little bit less about it. Here's my biggest thing. If we're not going to allow people to be in the Olympics because they smoked a little weed, then how are we going to let people compete in women's sports that not that long ago had some testicles?
Okay, you know what, though? There ain't nothing funny about that.
I'm just saying, if we're going to let George become Georgette and then take a couple hormone replacement pills and chop his wee-wee off...
I'm sorry, man. That was a weird-ass sneeze I just did right there.
Then what does it really matter if this chick smokes a little bit of weed? If anything, weed doesn't make you faster, but being a man in a woman's sport does. And I guess if chopping your nuts off makes you more aerodynamic, I don't know. Wow. I'm not trying to be crude, this is actually the truth. We live in a world where we can murder babies, but Britney Spears isn't allowed to have a baby. And we also live in a world where men can be women competing in women's sports, but a woman smoking weed can't participate. You figure with the vice president being such an avid supporter of smoking weed.
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay. Like
And I inhale. I did inhale.
That she would be the first one to come to the defense. However, when President Biden was asked the questions, he simply responded with, "That's the rules, and Merry Christmas."
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
That's all we have for this episode of Real America. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and YouTube. And as always, I'm Graham Allen. And for those who can't, I'll say it for you. What's up, guys? Graham Allen here. If you liked the video you just watched, be sure to subscribe to the official Turning Point USA channel to keep up with everything we've got going on now.